This video is going to cover Zotero. Zotero is a citation management tool. It's a piece of software that allows you to gather citations from databases, the web, wherever you're off searching, transfer them very easily into your Zotero software, organize them into folders, and then very quickly create a bibliography from those citations. We're going to begin gathering some citations. You can see I have a bunch of folders here off to the left. I set up one for patellofemoral pain. You can also see that it is empty. So I have a couple of searches already set up. I'm going to start in Medline Complete. And up here in the upper right-hand corner of my browser, you can see that I have an icon, a folder icon. And if I hover over that, it says Save to Zotero, that Zotero has access to this website. That icon is going to change depending upon whether or not Zotero and whatever it is you're looking at are playing nicely together, or also the type of information that you're looking at. So up here you'll see a gray icon, a white page, a blue page, a yellow folder. Again, all depends on what's going on, so that's going to change. I already looked at these results. I know which ones I want. I'm going to click on the folder icon and select a couple of results here that look good to me, and I'm going to hit OK. And what's going to happen here, it's going to pop open this gray box. I've already highlighted the folder patellofemoral pain in Zotero. It's going to bring in all these records that I selected. They'll start out gray, they'll eventually turn black. Once everything has turned black and everything's been successfully transferred over to Zotero, this box will go away. I'm going to pop back over to Zotero and take a look in my patellofemoral pain folder, and you can see all of the results that I just selected were successfully transferred over to my Zotero software. So I'm going to move on here. I'm going to do a search in Jstor. Jstor is a terrible place to be searching for patellofemoral pain. I'm just doing it so that you can see how different websites or databases interact with Zotero. So up here you can see that I've got a gray icon right now, and it's saying that what it's going to give me is a web page with a snapshot. And I don't really want a snapshot of this web page. I really want to push these two citations into my Zotero account. So I've selected them. I'm going to export selected citations. So I'm going to do an export an RIS file. And you'll see that down here, it's going to download a citations RIS file. I'm going to head back into Zotero. I'm going to import. I want to indeed import an RIS file. And right here is my RIS file that I just downloaded. So I'm going to select that. Yes, I want it into my storage folder. 2 items were imported. And right here they are. So I'm going to select those. I'm going to push them into my patellofemoral pain folder. I'm going to come back here, make sure they made it over. They did. There they are. I'm going to keep searching. I'm going to go into Pedro. And again in Pedro, I've got this web page with snapshots. So if I would select that, let me do that. I'll select that. And it's again going to put it in that folder because I have it highlighted. It's going to disappear. If I come over here, here it is. So what it's giving me is kind of cool. It's going to give me a link to my search results. So if I give a click on that, there is indeed my screenshot. Okay, so at least gives me something that I can store for the future. I would at least know what search I did and be able to see some of the results. Okay, I'm going to head next into Cochrane, because Cochrane works a little bit differently with Zotero as well. You can see here I've got a white page. So let me do that here. Let me download it into Zotero. This is, I think, going to go bad. And it did. So, and bad with the full text PDF. I'm going to head back into Zotero, and it is this one. And it's, instead of giving me the PDF, it's giving me a snapshot again of the screen, which I don't really want. So I'm going to get rid of that because I don't like that. So I can move that item to trash. And I've already downloaded this PDF. I have it on my desktop. I'm going to take that PDF and I'm going to push it into my patellofemoral pain folder. And what's going to happen here is it's going to bring that PDF in, and it's going to read the metadata from that PDF and create a citation. You can see that over here. So just by dragging a PDF in, as long as the PDF has metadata, it will bring along the citational information. That's pretty huge. You can see here to the right, I've got some blue dots. Those blue dots are telling me that underneath that citation, I will find the full text. So you can see that that is indeed the case. If I go to the blue dots, I've got full text underneath. All right. Let's close these all up. And here, I'm going to get rid of this because that's not really going to give me a citation. Here I can see that I've got some problems because I'm going to be working with APA. So Zotero brings the record in from the database exactly as it did appear in the database. If the database is providing records that capitalize all of the article titles, that's going to be a problem with Zotero. So I need to correct that. I'm going to do that very quickly here because I am going to be using APA, and APA wants titles that are only capitalizing the first word of the title. So here I've got one that capitalizes everything. I'm going to select that. I'm going to come over here, right click, sentence case, and it takes those capitalized words and lower cases them very quickly. I'm going to do that again. Right click over here, sentence case. Here I've got a colon, so I need to capitalize the first word after the colon. I can do that very quickly here. Right click, sentence case. Over here, right click, sentence case, and here I've got another one. Whoops. Right click, sentence case. Do I have everything looking clean here? I do. Okay. So I'm going to select the top one. I'm going to hold my shift key, select the bottom one, right click, create bibliography from items. I do indeed want APA 7th. I want to create a bibliography. I want it copied to my clipboard. I'm going to open up a Word doc, and I'm going to right click and do the keep source formatting choice. And here you can see are all my citations properly formatted into APA style. Now, Zotero's not getting the grade, you are, so you need to make sure that it has behaved properly. And I did tell you that the one thing that it does in a sort of a funky way is if the records are brought over with all caps, you need to correct that. That's easy to do. But you also just need to make sure that everything came out properly. That's easy to do as well. Okay. The next video is going to look at a number of settings that you need to complete behind the scenes to make Zotero do some other cool things for you.